Okay, I'm not even sure how to start with this other than to say this is Yamaha's flagship 80s digital drum synthesizer. It's 8-bit and 12-bit, and it's an absolute monster. A lot of people can do some freaky things with it, like make it kind of like a synthesizer with very long delays and reverbs and things like that. But I haven't dived into it very much. I really am not into sequencing on older drum machines. Is not my thing. I don't mind it, especially when it's a straightforward grid thing like Roland. But I'll be using it today with the 2000 XL, which is usually how I control older hardware outboard gear like this anyway. Because I like how it sequences, I like how the pads are laid out. So there's a few things. I'm sure I'm going to miss a lot of what I would like to say because there's so much to say here. It's such an interesting combination, these two. And this is such an iconic drum machine that one thing I love about this, let me take a look at the back here. All those juicy outputs. Look at them all. Output heaven right there. So let's take a closer look. And they're all assignable from what I understand. So made in Japan, that's where the cartridges go. I have one cartridge. I did sell this one. I've had it for a few days only. Just don't need something else. I can use samples on here if I really want. I don't need the real deal. So what do you have here? Foot switches, external clock in out. Look at that, MIDI in out through. They weren't messing around. Wall wart, power supply, and lots of 1/4-inch outputs. Sexy 1/4-inch outputs. Look at them all. Click track as well, and stereo and headphones. Sliders for tempo, data, click, volume. Go over here. We have all those sliders for controlling the outputs. The buttons themselves, well, let me talk about the body first. The bottom is metal, which is beautiful. Top is plastic. And this one's probably 35, whatever years old, and it's got some wearing on it. It's worn a little smooth right here. So, plastic top, 30, 40 years later isn't as good as a metal top might be. That said, very durable. It is huge. Look at it in comparison to the size of my 2000 XL. They are not small, and this is certainly that much larger. The buttons themselves, kind of clacky, hard plastic, very responsive, not MIDI or not velocity sensitive. That kick is very nice. That snare, also very nice. Let me crank it. Crank it all up here. Not running it through the audio into my computer, through my mixer, and into my sound card, but I am just doing a quick what I think of it and a little demo. So yeah, I have an 18-inch sub down here. That's it there. It's a beast. So I can know if there's some low-end sub frequencies on equipment, and this one has it. That is a really nice kick. Processed would probably be, of course, even that much better. So these are all the stock sounds that come with. Nice. And these are all assignable on the top, from what I understand. So when you pop a ROM cartridge in, you can load different sounds. There are some 808 and 909 cards that were made by someone independently years ago. I think they're quite rare. There's a USB mod by Pharmasonic where there's it goes into the ROM card expansion or the ROM card input, and it has a USB port on it. And from what I understand, you can import your own samples onto that ROM card and play them through here, which would be killer. I would like that very much. It'd be interesting to see how this colors the sound. The sequencer, like I mentioned, I don't know much about it. The editing of the sounds, honestly, haven't really dug in. I'm not that interested in getting to know it that much better. I am definitely pleased to be with it for a while and check it out and see what it's about. I just like being with the equipment sometimes a little bit. I don't even need to own it. I can just hang out with it for a bit and pass it on to someone who can use it better. So, some interesting things here. Let's find the hats. Choking. Hear that? Open hat, followed by a closed hat. Choke groups. So, happens over here too. Oops. They're there. Now the MPC automatically lays out MIDI mappings, and for whatever reason, this one's all over the map. It's not very, it's not laid out very well. Some of them are laid out awesomely, like the Novation drum station lays it out beautifully without you having to do anything to it. This one is all over different pad banks, and it's just kind of hit and miss. See that choke? Very nice. So, up top here, electric toms. Finger drummer, I think, might like these buttons. So yeah, there it is. I think it's super cool. I don't love it enough to keep it. But then again, I'm not a gear hoarder. I only want to keep things that I actually use. So I might as well pass this on. Like I said, I've enjoyed my short time with it. Thanks for watching. I will catch you later.